All right, guys. Before I get to this next segment, be sure to like the video. It's free and it don't cost you a damn thing. So like the video. Do it now. I'm watching you. You know. I'm so stupid, man. But anyway, um, like this is from the New York Times. And I'm shocked the New York Times letting me access this without going through a paywall, which I hate. Like you got ads already on your website and you still asking people to pay. Like I don't want to pay for propaganda from the New York Times. But anyway, it says liberal wins Wisconsin court race despite Musk millions. It says Susan Crawford defeated Brad Schimmel for a state Supreme Court seat in a race that shattered spending records and maintained a liberal majority on the court. Um, this is her. Uh, it says a liberal candidate for a pivotal seat on the Wisconsin Supreme Court overcame $25 million in spending from Elon Musk and defeated her conservative opponent on Tuesday. The Associated Press reported. In a contest that became counter of a referendum on Mr. Musk and his slashing of the federal government. Um, with turnout extraordinarily high for a spring election in an off year, Judge Susan Crawford handily beat Judge Brad Schimmel, who ran on his loyalty to President Trump and was aided by Mr. Musk, the president's billionaire policy aide. Instead of putting policy aide, just say de facto president. Like I'm just saying, like, because that's like you spend $250 million. Yeah, you're the president, bro. I'm just had to say it like that. All right, let me get back to it. It says Mr. Musk not only poured money into the race, but also campaigned personally in the state, even donning a cheesehead. I seen that like a fucking fool. But his starring role seemed to inflame Democratic anger against him even more than it helped George Schimmel. The barrage of spending in a race may nearly double the previous record for a single judicial election, with about 95% of the vote counted on Tuesday evening. Judge Crawford held a lead of roughly 9 points. Today, Wisconsinites fended off an unprecedented attack on our democracy. Oh, God. Come that democracy shit again. Our fair elections and our Supreme Court, she said in a victory speech on Tuesday night. Wisconsin stood up and said loudly that justice does not have a price. Our courts are not for sale. According to Citizens United, everything is for sale in the government. I want to ask how much money you got for a couple of liberal billionaires, Miss Susan Crawford. Like, just asking, you know. Um, For Democrats, the result is a jolt of momentum. They have not been engaged in a coast-to-coast rhetorical rendering of garments since Mr. Trump returned to the White House in January and embarked with Mr. Musk on an effort to uh, drastically shrink federal agencies, set aside international alliances, and alter the government's relationship with the nation's universities, minority groups, immigrants, and corporate world. Coming on the heel of Democratic triumph in special elections for state legislative seats in Iowa and Pennsylvania, and defeat of four Republican-backed referendums in Louisiana, Judge Crawford's victory puts the party on its front door for the first time since last November. Her win showed that, at least in one instance, Mr. Musk's seemingly endless reserve for political cash had energized more Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, like, yeah, you can say that, hey, people hate Elon Musk, and so yeah, like people probably did vote not only because they like Susan Crawford. I think she won't do anything special, um, but it's a retaliatory vote. Okay, like yeah, I can I can go with that. It says the race could also have implications for control of Congress, where Republicans' razor-thin edge was fortified on Tuesday when the party held on two Florida seats in special elections. Democrats have quietly argued for months that a Crawford victory would pave the way for a liberal tilting Wisconsin Supreme Court to order new congressional maps, which would help Democrats defeat one or two of the state's Republican Congress members. Um, yeah, of course, right. It says Judge Crawford of Dane County herself participated in a meeting with liberal donors. Okay. Yeah. In January, that has pitched a chance to put the two House seats in play. Prospect echoed last week by Representative Hakeem Jeffries of New York, the chamber's Democratic leader, and Republicans led by Mr. Musk sought to make that possibility the central focus of their campaign to defeat her. So yeah. Um, so yeah, man. So yeah, man. It was a retaliatory vote. I agree with that. You know, um, yeah, I agree with that pretty very much. But I would say this. Like, will this change anything? It's significant for the Democrats because, like, it just gives the Democrats an edge to, I guess, the halt Trump's agenda, which was still ever like the courts, like Trump and Elon been circumventing the courts ever since he got there. Like the judges have been telling them, like, hey, you can't fire these people, you can't do that, you can't slash this, you can't slash that, and they just doing it anyway. It's like Mama says, it's a free for all out here. Like, so yeah, the liberals, they doing cartwheels and twerking all over the place, throwing drinks. As my boy Dreamers Pro say. Shout out Dreamers Pro, but but yeah, man, will this make a difference? No. I mean, it just gets the Democrats under brag about. Oh, we coming, we coming. But shit. And the same Democrats that were happy that not Hakeem Jeffries, Cory Booker, um, wasted 25 hours of his life talking about nothing, which he really don't care. He just performative shit because their voters are angry. Like, Democratic voters are not happy with Democrats. Like, yeah, we know the Republican voters are angry, but Democratic voters ain't happy either. So I guess they could come back and say, see, Cory Booker is fighting for us. See, and so yeah, you know, yeah, retaliatory vote. I think, to be honest with you, like, if Elon wasn't, fucking up shit, I believe, pretty sure that Susan Crawford will not won that Supreme Court seat. So, all right, guys.